Good evening, sweet world. This is episode 8 of the hashtag Fantasy Basketball Journal. I'm your host, esteemed host Stan White. Yes, we're doing 2 episodes back to back. That's because I suck and I'm a terrible host. By the way you can reach this terrible host is either through Gmail, email, whatever the hell they call it these days. It's like a pony mail, right? That would be standoutwhite87@gmail.com. The old Facebook, Stan White. The Treat World, which is hashtag Free Grantland at StanWhite87, or the old Instagram game that the kids are playing these days, the IG. Mine is Real White Dude. Had to remember all those. General comments, questions, concerns. You want to tell us, throw some shade or whatever. We'll take negative feedback, output. We'll take anything at this point. Um, so we just wrapped up in the last episode. We wrapped up last week's results, last week's games, last week's matches. It was kind of a big week because we were playing another division leader, but it wound up being an ass whooping. So a little bit more of a low-key week. We've got 2 injuries that were sustained by 2 of my key contributors at the end of last week. Both LaMarcus Aldridge, power forward for San Antonio Spurs, and Zach Randolph, Zebo, Memphis Grizzlies, also a power forward. Zebo has a knee issue. LaMarcus Aldridge has an ankle issue. Both today. So we'll see. It's really going to be up in the air as far as whether, I know LMA did not play last night. Is that right? Yes. LMA did not play last night, and Zebo is questionable / doubtful for tonight. Memphis plays Dallas, so if you do have Zebo, shouts to ESPN Fantasy Stats and Info, if you do have Zebo, and he turns out that he's not going to play. Now, the time this film will be released, it'll be 6 o'clock Eastern, so we'll still be 2 hours away from tip-off. In Memphis. We'll still be 2 hours away from the tip in Memphis, and you should still have time to go grab Jermichael Green. If for whatever chance that Jeff Green still might be available, grab him, or Costa. Not Costa. Did Costa go through the big rotation? Obviously, I haven't done it. I can't make any adjustments to injured players because there is just 0. I repeat, 0 IR spots. So, going forward, just if you do have injuries, attack it the morning of. I've had situations where I find out a guy's hurt, and then I wait till the last minute, and I try to pick up his replacement and his backup, and it doesn't work out. And then I go scrambling, and then when you go scrambling, that's when you make dumb decisions. So that's just more on top of the daily process of going through your lineup and making sure that everything is on the up and up. Alright, so we're up 6-2 already. Again, behind in blocks, also behind in field goal percentage, oddly enough. We're not worried about blocks. It's really a stretch. You'd have to have Hassan Whiteside on your team, and or Nerlens Noel to really make an impact in blocks each week. We have neither. We don't care. We have guys who shoot the 3, and apparently guys who get a lot of dimes, i.e. Rajon Rondo, 20 assists last night. I'll tell you, I'll win assists every week going forward just because of the fact that I have, excuse me, I need a belch button or a cough button, one of the two. I haphazardly picked him up at the end of last week. So, with that being said, hashtag can't Google had a decent shooting night, a great shooting night actually. 3 3-pointers made, 800 percentage, field goal wise, 1,000% from the charity stripe, 13 points overall. So, you know, you gotta be wary of guys running into teams that want to make an impact. And Cleveland is apparently they're not doing pregame introductions anymore. They just want to destroy teams. So good for you, Prince James, but you do realize that you are no longer the number one player in the association. If you disagree, feel free to email me. We're already at 5 minutes. Unbelievable. 6 games tonight: Indiana at Washington, Boston at Atlanta, Dallas at Memphis, as we alluded to earlier, Clippers at Denver, Bulls at Portland. Always fun to see the Bulls go out west. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a circus event. I don't know, it's weird. It's just like seeing the Bulls go out west. And then we have the Lake Show at the Dobbs at 10:30. Brought to you nationwide by TNT, so check it out if you're up. This guy will be watching, taking notes, keeping up to date on everything for you guys. Also, if you need cheap stats, go grab Lakers players. They're going to be involved in shootouts. Coach Scott doesn't want to be involved in shootouts, but by proxy of the fact that they're just not that good. And they got a lot of young guys. They're going to be involved in shootouts. A couple seasons ago, we had Wesley Johnson. He worked miracles for us. So that was great. Having Wes Johnson on the roster really did help. He was my 1+1+1 threes, blocks, and steals. John Cregan wrote it. We could go back into the notes, which we don't have. The notes from 2 years ago, the epic season that was the first year of Fantasy Basketball Journal. Any archives, anything that you want to go check out, they are available on the YouTube page underneath my name. That is Stan White Jr. Ice up, son, ice up. We're going to leave you with, and I guess we're going back-to-back 8-minute episodes, a quick Sixers rant. Hashtag trust the process. 2 really rough losses in a row. We should have beat Miami on Saturday night. Wasn't to be. Should have beat Minnesota last night. We were up 13 in the second half. We were up 6 in the last stanza. Turnovers, bad foul calls, can't score for the last 5.5 minutes. Andrew Wiggins suddenly turning into beast mode Andrew Wiggins. All that combined leads to my boys losing yet again, and we are still winless. Our next matchup will be Wednesday night against the Celtics. With any luck, we'll see you then. In the meantime, keep winning.